Alright you guys, welcome back to another MasterDuel highlight video. So, with this first one, we were playing, pretty much dealing with Nibiru, the primal being. But of course with MasterDuel, I'm doing a lot of, fun, wacky stuff. So of course we start off with Stratos, getting Ferris, using Ferris pitching, doing the Vision Hero package combo. But take it as the best way to deal with people playing Nibiru. I guess it's slowly starting to come back into people's decks now just because of Cash Tira, and a lot of people are just underappreciating Nibiru, the primal being. But as you can see, we're just still doing our regular combo. We go into Wonder Driver, fusing into Sunrise. I really wish they would just give us Infernal Rage already. Oh my god, we need it so bad. The last highlight is going to be the best way to summon Cosmo Neos, but things would be so much easier if we just had Cosmo Neos. I mean, Infernal Rage in the deck. But as you can see, we keep going here. But I had a feeling they had Nibiru because, the way their screen would light up after, the thing would happen. So we left DPE along with Wake up there, and then as soon as we activated Nibiru, we popped it. We got Stratos out to search another Stratos, normaling that Stratos to search for Plasma, taking the Nibiru with a Counter Trap, Imperm, Book of Moon, and a Call by the Grave and an Ash in hand. And we immediately Ash, the card that lets them search Double Edged Sword, Triple Tactics. We Protection of the Elements, negating the Triple Tactics. And of course, we have Plasma, so their Makongo monsters are not going to do anything. So that was highlight number 1. On to highlight number 2. Oh my gosh, because I just put them together. I can't honestly remember what I did in this one, but it'll come back to me. So of course we start off with Stratos, doing the Vision Hero package, going into, our obvious stuff, search for Liquid, and then search for Polymerization. Let's see, then we go into Cross, of course. I believe we're gonna summon Malicious to search for Denier. Yep, of course. And then we go into Wonder Driver, of course. The reason why we use Malicious is we don't want to draw into the other copy of Malicious, plus defend up the deck as much as possible. Here comes Sunrise, of course, triggering Liquid Soldier's effect, drawing a card, and then we saw the Fusion Destiny, using Denier to summon Denier back, getting Polymerization back, of course, also putting Malicious back into the deck. We Fusion summon those two to create DPE, and then we Miracle Fusion, of course, into Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, and then activating DPE's effect, popping the 2. Wake Up's effect is going to give us another copy of Stratos, adding Dark Angel. That's what this was. This was just negating my opponent's entire hand with Dark Angel. And of course, they probably had nothing but spells, because the very first thing they do is a Pot of Extrav. So here's spell number 1, negated. Tries to go into battle phase to, hit the Wonder Driver. Of course, we destroy the 2, and then for some reason he goes Book of Eclipse, negated, Feather Duster, negated, Reasoning, negated, Field Spell, negated, sets a card, surrenders. And that was highlight number 2 for the week. And highlight number 3. Let's see, we first go, of course, is against Labyrinth. How could I possibly forget this one? They're just going to do Labyrinth shenanigans, setting their cards and passing. Of course, they do their thing here, just activating a million things on my turn. Of course, I got lucky with the pop here. The lady just hit one of the Book of Moons, which kind of sucked because I was I wanted to use multiple Books of Moon to dodge effects. Of course, we go Stratos here, adding a Ferris, using Ferris to pitch Denier. I believe this game was 4 turns. Of course, we're leaving increase there, but not realizing the, Imperm wasn't usable that turn. And then the Kurva Cannon to flip everything over. Luckily, increase can use face down monsters as well, so then of course we do that. Using Vion to get our Polymerization, sending a monster to the grave. Special summoning Stratos to search a hero. I was debating on destroying spells and traps, but we needed the extra power, of course. Go into Sunrise here. Of course, we're going to reset our Polymerization, draw our 2 cards. again, and then draw our 2 cards again with Cross and Liquid, adding our Miracle Fusion. Discard the Hero Lives, putting the Book of Moon back in the deck, fusion summoning using Sunrise and Malicious to make DPE, using DPE to pop the Imperm, and then, of course, use Malicious effect. Then we make Dread Decimator, and then we're going to fusion summon into Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, of course. So we're going to get rid of the Lady first, just because it has, you know, 2900 attack, so they take the 29 burn, and then 1100 damage for piercing. And then we're just going to set 2 cards pass, and of course they have, I forgot her name. They have her in the hand. DPE returns to the field. Trying to pop my Wake Up, but I'm going to pop it instead. I think they were going to put it back in the deck, not pop it, but, you know, of course we get Stratos, so we still have our Counter Trap live. They literally tribute summon into Fenrir. They go Battle Phase just to get rid of the Stratos, because I hit it with Imperm, that's all they could do with it. And then they pretty much just surrendered because I outgrinded them. Because DPE against Labyrinth is just a crazy card. I have a really hard time dealing with it. Now, of course, the final one, the last highlight clip is, this is kind of like after like the reset, because as you can tell, the other games were from the Duelist Cup, but this one was like when the, you know, thing reset. So the person I'm playing against is kind of, you know, just basically almost a bot. As you can tell by like a card I'm going to hit out of their hand. But of course, this is going to be the way we can summon Cosmo Neos way more effectively until we get Infernal Rage. But the reason why I slowed it down is so you can really see how this combo goes. So of course, by now we're going into Cross. Infernal Divisor using his effect, revealing the Nebula Neos, adding Mole and adding Panther. Now, the only unfortunate thing about this is like you kind of have to get lucky with some of your draws sometimes, but all that's important is getting Wake Up and DPE onto the field. That pretty much just guarantees the combo as long as you're able to search for Nebula Neos and Cosmo Neos. And being able to see the favorite contact as well. So like you either have to, that's why I said you kind of have to get lucky, because if you see the favorite contact, then you can easily search for the Neos Fusion, which we're going to do to help get our Aqua Dolphin in the grave, because the only real way to get Aqua Dolphin in the grave is if we summon it with Wake Up during their turn, sending it to the grave with Foolish, or being able to add it off Rivalry. That's Reinforcement, sorry. That's like the only ways we can get it, and now I added Neos Fusion to be able to get it there as well. And now, of course, you see the DPE coming out onto the field. Now we Miracle Fusion into Wake Up Your Elemental Hero, and then, of course, I'm going to pop the 2 to get Spirit of Neos out onto the field. And, of course, Wake Up and DPE both trigger. Wake Up is mandatory to go first, so Wake Up is always going to be Chain Link 1, and Phoenix will be Chain Link 2. Spirit of Neos comes out, adding ourselves a Neos Fusion, and of course I'm going to add it there so you can read it, to summon into Aqua Neos, pitching the Mole to actually hit a card out of their hand, and the card they hit was Fissure. That's why I was like, well, this is like the perfect, you know, way to show you guys how to play it, because now they don't, now you don't have to deal with any interruptions. And of course Cosmo Neos comes out, and then that pretty much just wins the game. But anyway, guys, this is going to be our highlight videos from MasterDuel for the week. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you want me to do another deck for highlights, I can. But if you're new to the channel, please destroy that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button for me, and I will see you guys in the next one.